Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against, this guy named Red that I was battling in the PSS. Now, I honestly thought that I had this match, but I'm not gonna tell you guys who actually won. So, I switched up my team from when I battled Mookie in the previous battles. I'm actually bringing Weezing, Black Sludge. I'm bringing the, Choice Scarfed Garchomp, Mega Blastoise Assault Vested Hitmonchan again, Leftovers Landorus, and I'm bringing Choice Banded Metagross. He is bringing Hitmonlee, Gastrodon, a Mega Blastoise of his own, an Arcanine, Espeon, which has Magic Bounce, which sort of messes up my team, and he's bringing that Diggersby. That Diggersby is, like, power. Now, that thing could wreck my team if it wanted. Unfortunately, in this battle, I had to stop that thing before it actually did. So, why don't we go ahead and watch that Pokemon battle? His, shout-out actually said, "Let's battle." And when I saw Red, I was hoping it was going to be one of those Kanto teams, because I thought that, you know what, battling actually Red, that would be pretty cool to post. So, he withdraws Diggersby, predicting like a Toxic or something, I'm not sure what. So he goes on the Espeon Magic Bouncing my Will-O-Wisp back at me. So unfortunately, Weezing is burned, and that's actually what what sort of countered Weezing. Obviously I'm going to switch out here predicting the Psychic type attack. I go into my Metagross. So he's already ahead of me in this battle, so I'm not liking how this is going. But he actually does go for the Psychic. I'm not sure why, though, because, I could still save my Weezing, and I'm not sure that if he thought that I wouldn't. He does go for Shadow Ball, and, that's gonna do a hefty amount of damage to my Metagross, actually taking it out with a crit. So, I was pretty mad about that, because a Meteor Mash would have taken out that Espeon. I go into my Scarf Chomp, I'm done playing games, two of my Pokemon are already injured, so I'm gonna go for my Dragon Claw, and, believe it or not, this thing, like, survives, and it goes for Dazzling Gleam. So, Dazzling Gleam will do a good amount of damage to my Garchomp, but not take it out. So Garchomp gets his revenge on that Espeon and sweeps that thing. So, he's got very low HP left, so I'm not spoiling the match or anything, guys, but he's not surviving. He goes on to his Diggersby and goes for the return. I wasn't expecting that. I was actually expecting, like, an Earthquake. So, he takes out my Garchomp. That's 3 of my Pokemon that I've already used up already. So, I go into Landorus and get off my Intimidate to lower that thing's attack, because that thing's a freaking powerhouse. So, he's gonna withdraw Diggersby, I think predicting maybe a Ground-type attack. I'm not sure what he was actually predicting. I go for an Earthquake, and luckily for me, that does a good amount of damage to his Gastrodon. So, I go for another Earthquake, and that's gonna bring this thing down to right HP. Now, he goes for Toxic. I'm not really liking that Toxic, but at least it wasn't something like, you know, like a Water-type attack that could exude damage to me. So, I'm going to be taking some of my Toxic damage, and I end up finishing this thing off with Earthquake. So, Gastrodon's not surviving. I do get off my Leftovers, and, unfortunately, the Toxic counteracts that. So, he sends out his Blastoise. I really had to make a hard decision whether or not to switch, but I stay in, because I didn't want anything else taking something from him. So, I go for an Earthquake, and, believe it or not, it actually brings that thing down to half. So, I mean, my Landorus is invested in attack, but maybe that Blastoise might not have been invested into defense. I mean, if it's just doing half. So I go on to Hitmonchan. Now he predicts a Thunder Punch, which this is actually where he screws up. Predicting the Thunder Punch goes down to his Ground-type Diggersby, and I actually go for a close combat. So that actually takes out his Diggersby, so I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. At that moment in the battle, I actually thought that I was going to be able to have a comeback. So, he's gonna go out into the Hitmonlee against my Hitmonchan. I thought it was pretty cool that we brought each other's counterparts. And we actually both brought a Mega Blastoise. So he goes for a high jump kick. He does outspeed Weezing, and it does a crap ton of damage. I actually wasn't expecting it to do that much. That thing has to have max attack and it has to be adamant, because I don't think that a high jump kick would actually do that much to Weezing, because it's max defense and it's got a bold nature. So I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, what? How is it doing that much damage? So I go into my Blastoise of my own, and I do Mega Evolve. Unfortunately, he goes faster than I do. So this is really gonna screw up Blastoise. But I do take a high jump kick, which I'm not too happy about. Brings me down to 7 HP. I go for a Water Pulse. That's Stab. Blastoise invests in special attack. Unfortunately, it's a crit that doesn't even take down Hitmonlee. So at this point of the battle, I'm really mad. I know at this point that I'm going to lose. But I keep going. So Blastoise is down. I go out and do my Hitmonchan, and I'm taking this thing out with Bullet Punch. That's priority max attack. This thing's not living it. I couldn't let him. So he does have Blastoise. It goes for Water Pulse. I'm not sure how that thing outspeeds me. It has to be Jolly. I've never seen... Maybe Jolly or Timid. There's just no way that Blastoise outspeeds Hitmonchan regularly. Well, his speed is 87 at level 50. So, I was stupid and I went for close combat. Now, I know what you're thinking. It did take out that Blastoise, but this is where he comes in with Arcanine and tries to take me out with extreme speed. Now, my attack is lowered. So he goes for extreme speed. And, believe it or not, it just leaves me with 25. I go for close combat. I don't think it would have mattered if my attack was lowered or not. It's not taking this thing out. It's invested into defense. And, this is where he finishes me off with the extreme speed. It was a good battle on both sides. Just a few misplays on my part. Not really, taking a closer look at his team. When I saw that Espeon, I probably should have noted that he had Magic Bounce. So, first turn, status condition, not the best thing to do when you got a Magic Bouncer on your team. So yeah, that was, the battle against this guy right on my PSS. I hope you guys liked the battle, and if you do, give it a like, and, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll leave my friend code in the description. You guys leave yours in the comments if you ever want to battle me. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the battle video, and until next time on Pokemon.